In this video, we will talk about some commonly misused prepositions. Some of them are between and among, into and in and at, past and pass, beside and besides. So you'll want to copy down these guidelines. So let's remind ourselves of the guidelines for using the words between and among. Between, we use this for two clearly defined objects. Among, we use this with more than two clearly defined objects. The first sentence says, I walked gingerly between two hedges. Between is being used to indicate the relationship between two objects, which are the hedges. If you live among friendly neighbors, it is a blessing. Among shows the link between more than two neighbors. You'll notice that the number of neighbors was not clearly defined. In instances like this, we use the word among. Another instance of a relationship that's not clearly defined is in sentence 3. Among the boys, Caden is most diligent. We don't exactly know how many boys are involved, so we use the word among. Now we also have a clue in the sentence, which are the words most diligent. This is the superlative degree of comparison, which also indicates that more than two objects are being compared or referred to. So remember, in instances where we don't have clearly defined objects, we also use the word among. PAST is a preposition and it's used with a verb. You'll always find a verb with PAST. Look at number 3. We walked past PAST, the house. We walked past the house. Walked is the verb. In number 4, we drove past the library on our way home. Drove is the verb. Drove past, drove P-A-S-T. P-A-S-S, it's an action word. It's a verb and it's going to be used as a verb. Sentence 1 says, we passed the church on our way to school. We passed the church. We passed. Past is the action word in this sentence. It is the verb. Sentence 2. She passed her final examination. What is the action word in this sentence? It's passed. P-A-S-S-E-D. Action word. It is the verb. Now, number 5 is a bit tricky. I asked Kelly to pass me the salt. The action word is asked. However, if you look at how P-A-S-S is being used, you'll see the infinitive, to pass. It's still a verb. The infinitive is the basic form of a verb. It's not exactly connected to a subject or to a tense. And I forgot to mention that PASS is not a preposition and should not be used like one. It's a verb. Now I'm focusing on the most used or the most misused prepositions. Let's go on to beside and besides. Beside, this means next to. Besides, this means in addition to. So besides Shelley, there are 5 other participants. So in addition to Shelley. Good? Second sentence says, Andrew sat beside me. He sat next to me. Is anyone besides Susan attending the play? Is anyone in addition to Susan attending the play? My cousin, Aretha, rested the chair beside me. She rested it next to me. So those were pretty straightforward. So let's try these together. We're going to choose the correct word. The password should remain between or among us both. What clues do we have in this sentence? The word both. Both suggests two people. Therefore, the correct choice is between. The cottage is hidden between or among the trees in the forest. Well, we know immediately a forest consists of many trees, several trees. Therefore, the answer is among. We've visited many countries beside or besides Barbados. We visited many countries in addition to Barbados. In addition to, besides. My friend and I walked beside or besides each other. We walked next to each other. Next to tells us we must use beside. We drove, P-A-S-T or P-A-S-S, the fire station. Now, we see a verb there, drove. So since we have that verb, we know that we must use P-A-S-T. You arrived 10 minutes past or past the agreed time. You arrived 10 minutes, P-A-S-T. P-A-S-S is not being used as a verb here. So the answer is P-A-S-T. Be sure to copy down the answers and write an explanation that tells why those particular words are correct. This helps with your revision. Write them down. Now here's an exercise for you to try on your own. Remember to write down the explanations beneath each sentence. You also have to remember that a part of your SEA examination requires you to give written explanations for your answers. So practice doing it now. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope this video was helpful to you. Bye.